I know this movie has a very serious subject matter that's done kind of lightly, but one negative I'll just say right now on the top of the game, sometimes a linear structure might be best. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Sorry Baby. So it's about pretty simple premise. We have a girl that something horrific happens to her and she's kind of stuck in a hard place of like kind of living stationary in her life and feels like she's not moving, but everyone else around her is, having kids, getting married, and I think she doesn't know what to do or what her role is in society. So she's just kind of feels like she's there to be stagnant and plateau for the rest of her life. So, did I like this movie? I think I did. Like I said in the beginning, I think there was a serious issue with the linear structure of them not doing it in this movie and decided to do like year of the baby, year of the jury, year of the assault, year of kind of these things. And there were some motions where I kind of wanted it to be like, I understand how the first one, then the assault, then things occur after that, which I don't mind. But some of the things that happen after the assault, I do feel like the jury scene, even though that was very potent of like people not understanding what you have gone through or what you are going through at this moment, it works, but I think I would like it to be in a more structured storyline of where she is in her career, where she is with her friends and things like that. I know I usually talk about the positives first, but I'm going to talk about the negatives because of that reason. Because even though I liked the different scenes, especially getting the sandwich or the year of the best sandwich and things like that, like I really enjoyed it. But I felt like it kind of didn't feel structurally right because when we're ending how the movie ends with the baby and the friend, it feels like they want us to connect with her and her friend, but it's not that connective as it thinks it is. Yes, there are very interesting moments like killing the rat and then having sex and like just understanding what you're going through, which like I said, it's very fascinating. I like that they did it, but just having the structure that it did, I don't think it needed to be that way, or at least tell it in a different like manner of the audience kind of being like, okay, this happened year one, this happened year zero, if you want to put it that way, then 2, 3, 4, 5. And it might have just been that, but labeled differently. But I just didn't feel the connectivity between her and the actual event because it does explain this movie why the event kind of didn't go anywhere and why a lot of people can't relate or do anything. And this is not like a man bashing movie where it's like, oh my God, only women can relate, because it does bring up the point where not all women have been sexually abused or assaulted. And I think what this movie also kind of does, it kind of backpedals on like, were you really assaulted? Have you really been assaulted? Because she has, but I think some people are like, oh my God, he looked at me wrong. I was harassed. Is that your opinion? Kind of like okay, this doesn't come in the movie, like the gym culture of like me working out and just like kind of being in space. Everyone knows that, like they've stared into space, and what do you know? You're staring into space and someone thinks they're looking at you, but you're not. That completely occurred to me on a cruise recently where I was so zoned out and this person was like trying to wave at me for like 15 seconds, but I did not notice. And sort of things like that where there's difference between assault, and harassment. And I do think this does play an interesting part where not all women have been assaulted or harassed and they still can't coordinate with the person, but because they're a woman or a woman, they think they can. So there were interesting aspects with that in this movie where I really did enjoy. When leaving the theater, I did enjoy the experience of how it was told and how it was a unique subject topic told in this unique way. And I do think it works mostly. I was the youngest in the crowd, bar none. It was easily, the senior crowd was in this movie. I was the youngest. I don't know if they liked this movie with how it was told or what they were trying to do. Yes, there were a decent amount of like laugh out loud like moments and or chuckles in this movie. And I did have a good smile. To me, the humor kind of was there, kind of wasn't, which I understand what it was trying to do. I wouldn't say it's deadpan, but it was very natural movie. And I think that's where some people went in this movie not liking it because it felt too real or too natural. You know what I'm trying to get at, right? Is when sometimes you go into a movie, you want to like escape reality. And this movie completely doesn't escape reality, right? I mean, there is no CGI. There is no big what if moments. There is nothing like that. You could be like, oh, I could see that being fake. And that this movie doesn't do that. And I think that's what the biggest strength and also weakness of the movie when someone is going into a movie like this is, do they want to escape reality for an hour and 40 minutes? Or do they want to be like, oh my God, this is real. It's almost too real. What am I doing here? I'm enjoying what I'm watching on screen, but I'm like, flabbergasted of what to actually think about this movie. I think this is her first time writing and directing. I don't know if she has wrote anything else before, but I know for a fact this is her first time directing a movie, and it does show that she does a good job. Nothing is spectacular with the camera motions. It's all a lot of stationary stuff, which is fine because it's not like a movie that needs those crazy drone shots or things like that. And for a movie that is such a hard topic to talk about, it really isn't a hard movie to watch, if you know what I mean, right? Because there are a lot of sexual assault movies or rape movies where you watch and you're like, this is going places and I don't feel like watching this anymore. And this movie does a good job of not putting the audience in that awkward position. So overall, sorry, baby. Doesn't make me want to get a cat. Maybe. I mean, I already have a dog. And I'm pretty sure Mickey would absolutely despise a cat, not the other way around. But I do think this movie does a good job. It has a good message, right? Potent director and writer to do this movie. However, I'm not the biggest fan of how the structure is. I feel like if it was structured in a way where I wasn't like conflicting some of the characters and their relationship and or actions in this movie. Like I said, I love the jury scene, but then I'm also like, God, this is kind of funny yet cold deadpan at the same time. But that's really my only struggle with this movie is like deciphering what is it. Maybe I'm a dude and that's the struggle, but hey, I mean, I still left the movie enjoying what I watched on this screen. So Sorry Baby will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which goes at 80%. Let's see the critics' news scores gave this one. Audience score an 88 with over 100 of them, and 97% with the critics with 125 of them. Critic consensus, carrying off difficult subject matter with a light touch and I'm a dummy. Sense of humor. Sorry Baby triumphantly announces writer, director, and star Eva Victor as a formidable talent. Let's see what else she has done. Looks like she has mostly done acting and voice stuff. Actually, she has been in the business for quite some time, so there you go. So that's what we have here. 98, 88, 80. Chase Hockey with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm only Spoof Topia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month, or a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And did you see this movie? Are you sorry, baby? It is also kind of... Oh, why it's called Sorry Baby is truly because of the last 3 minutes of the film.